So I was sent this article by Caressa about the LAPD yet again, and my first initial response when I saw that was, okay, what did they do now? Because every time I do a story about the LAPD, it's always about some corruption, and this one is no different. So this article came out on July 28th, 2020, and it's on losangeles.cbslocal.com, where it reads, LAPD officers charged with falsifying gang records could disrupt over 750 criminal cases. Now, I have done plenty of videos talking about Chicago and all this stuff, these shootings, and they talk about these, it's gang related here and gang related there. And, a lot of other places could fall into the same category. I keep telling y'all, these departments have some of the biggest gang members in the departments, and then if they can't get gang members, they'll make shit up. Like here, 750 cases, y'all. And I don't even think that's all of them. I think that's just as many as they were willing to count. They probably was like, we got up to this much, we gonna stop counting right here. It's too many. I'm like, why stop? 750 is a lot of cases. Keep going. But this is the LAPD we're talking about here. They're, in my opinion, right behind the NYPD. The Los Angeles District Attorney's Office is reviewing hundreds of criminal cases after criminal charges were filed against 3 LAPD officers, terrorists, accused of falsifying records about gang affiliation. Braxton Shaw, Michael Koblenz, and Nicholas Martinez were charged in July with 1 count each of conspiracy to obstruct justice and multiple counts of filing a false police report and preparing false documentary evidence. The terrorists were assigned at the time to the LAPD's Metropolitan Division, where they allegedly falsified field interview cards and misidentified dozens of people who were stopped by the officers as gang members. Prosecutors say that some of the false information written in the cards was used to wrongfully enter people into California's gang database. The alleged misconduct would disrupt criminal cases against as many as 750 defendants, according to a reporting by the LA Times that was confirmed by the DA's office. There could be some cases out there where there are wrongful convictions, said LA District Attorney Jackie Lacey. When you're charged with a crime like that, where it's alleged that you lie, your credibility becomes an issue, and every case you ever touch in terms of a witness now has to be reviewed. Gang allegations allow prosecutors to seek harsher sentences against defendants if the jury finds the allegations to be true. However, the basis for the criminal charges against some of the people arrested by the officers could be at stake because their testimonies and reports will likely hold little confidence at trial. Past convictions may also be overturned if defense attorneys can argue that testimony given by any of the 3 terrorists was damaging to their case. Lacey said that when charges were brought against the terrorists, she asked the prosecutors to corroborate any information contained in a field interview cards with other available evidence such as body camera footage to ensure the accuracy of the information. Lacey said her office has sent letters to more than 750 defendants whose cases involve 1 or more of the charged officers. They need to go beyond that and go into any other cases that they may have had. Because if you even do something like that one time, your credibility is shot. And see, they do this because they're trying to get quotas and fill those prisons up. So they do this. That's why I don't know why people big up the police so much. Like, they are some of the best people in this thing called America. And they're not. Most of them are absolute trash. It makes you wonder how they are off the clock. The LA Times reviewed prosecutors' records and found felony cases, including homicides, handled by the 3 charged officers dating back to 2002. You're talking 18 years of falsifying records and charges. So you got to think that a lot of people are in jail right now doing who knows how long of a sentence because of these 3. How many tax-paying dollars had to be spent because of what they did? They range from everything from the most minor drug cases to most serious cases such as assault. She and LAPD Chief Michelle Moore told the LA Times that just because one of the charged officers was involved with the case does not mean it will automatically be overturned or thrown out. That sounds like some bullshit. It may be that the officers, although listed as subpoenaed witnesses, may not have witnessed anything, may not be a key player, or there may be other witnesses who corroborated that a crime occurred. The LAPD has said there are 21 other terrorists under investigation for the completion of field interview cards, which could put the decisions in thousands of criminal cases at stake. Shaw, Koblenz, and Martinez were each released on their own recognizance shortly after their July 10th arrest by the LAPD's Internal Affairs Divisions. They are set to be arraigned on October 13th at the downtown Los Angeles courthouse. Shaw, who could face up to 31 years and 8 months in county jail if convicted as charged, is charged with 43 counts of preparing false documentary evidence involving the field interview cards, along with 8 counts of filing a false report and 1 count of conspiracy. The overt acts included with the conspiracy charge allege that Shaw falsely documented some people as gang members with gang tattoos and gang monikers, and that he falsely documented a fictional person as a gang member on 15 occasions between March 2018 and January 2019. Koblenz allegedly falsified 7 field interview cards. He is charged with 7 counts of preparing false documentary evidence, 5 counts of filing a false report, and 1 count of conspiracy, and could face up to 7 years and 8 months behind bars if found guilty. Martinez, who allegedly falsified 2 field interview cards, is charged with 2 counts each of preparing false documentary evidence and filing a false report and 1 count of conspiracy, and can face a maximum of 4 years and 4 months in jail, according to the Diaz office. The LAPD said that one of the defendants, which one of the 3 charged officers was not specified, was relieved from duty in January when Moore found that the officer's actions were a serious violation of the department policy. That terrorist has been directed to an administrative tribunal for the purpose of removal, according to the LAPD, which said the other 2 officers had been assigned to home duty. Of the 21 other terrorists under investigation, 10 are assigned to home pending the outcome of the investigation, 8 are assigned to administrative duties, 5 remain in the field, and 1 has retired since the investigation was launched. See, they just giving them slap on the wrist after slap on the wrist after slap on the wrist. In a statement on Twitter shortly after the arrest, Moore said public trust is the bedrock of the community. Policing and these allegations shake that foundation. The actions of these few is more than just a few. Tarnish the badge we all wear. The department is committed to continuing this comprehensive investigation in our effort to restore the confidence of the people we protect and serve. The fact that it was a very small group of these terrorists that compiled all of these cases, these falsified charges, says a lot. It's like they were just finding anybody that they felt fit the stereotype, and boom, you're now a gang member. Boom, now you're gang affiliated. Boom, now you're about to go to jail on gang related charges. And ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly why Christopher Dorner did what he did. People still wonder to this day why he did what he did. This is it. The corruption. This guy saw this kind of stuff, and it messed with him. You can tell he was not fit to be a cop because he actually had good moral standing. They do not. They are absolute trash. In the community's eyes, black people held Christopher Dorner as a hero. Palm Colored, of course, does not. They were so upset. Well, why? Even had some black people saying, well, why did he go and do this to all these innocent people? Well, you got to ask this. Why are these 3 that I just talked about, including those other 21, do all of what they did to innocent people? Why did the people that do what they did to innocent people, the ones that Christopher Dorner saw and decided to speak up on? See, we can play this tit for tat game. That's the best response I could give. He didn't just do what he did just because he felt like doing it. He had a whole manifesto written, and we understood his reasoning. And to this day, I think they still shook about that. And that happened back in 2013? But yeah, another day with the LAPD and all of its filth, ilk, trash, and garbage.